What am I hearing? Is that, what y'all, do y'all hear that? That's wisdom. Oh, wisdom is here. What you say? Hey, y'all, this your girl, the Watchman. And I just finished watching a video from Too Strong about Marcus Rogers. Well, like, y'all think I was hard on Marcus? I was nothing compared to what them two did to him. They raked him over the coals for real. And that's the reason why I'm doing this video. Because this is not something that is publicized like somebody in Hollywood or a famous, like gospel singer or one of them Jamie Foxxes. This go way deeper for some of us because some of us have been watching Marcus. Some of us have been listening to his words. And for him to do something like that, I mean, listen to me. Let me tell y'all something. If I ever, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it like that, but if I ever um you know what I'm saying, like if y'all ever hear me going towards like worshiping a man and telling y'all need to pay attention to this man, who is that? Oh, okay, I'm sorry, y'all. But if y'all ever hear me come out my mouth worshiping somebody that y'all can discern is a straight demon, baby, when I tell you, y'all better come at me with bullets flying. I promise you, every prophet in the world better come at Shantae. Because, see, if I go back, it's over. It's over. You see what I'm saying? It's a wrap. And that's not going to happen. I'm already prepared to do what I got to do for my Savior. You hear me? That's what it is. I trust him. I trust everything about him. I trust his angels. I trust everything about God. I trust his son. I trust his Holy Spirit. I trust his angels. I trust his wisdom and his knowledge and his truth. You feel me? Those are spirits that reside in the chosen ones. That's why we go so hard when someone like Marcus does something like that. Because see, we have visions about these things. We don't ask for this. This is something that God does on his own. He chooses who he wants to choose. And he chose me and other people out there like Celestial. I'm watching her videos. This girl is literally just reverberating everything that I said, everything that I'm thinking. I mean, like, y'all don't understand the numbers 11, 12, 11, 12. Today is 333, 333. I saw 3 car accidents, all 3 cars involving 2 cars. You hear me? And the last accident was the same make. 2 cars made by the same company collided with each other right beside me. And you know what that tells me? That tells me that the devil is fighting to get to us. He is fighting to destroy us, y'all. But God, his angels, they all around us, yo. They got a force it's like a hedge of protection around us. And they can't get to us. As long as we are doing what we're supposed to be doing, God is going to protect us. He has done it so many times. And that's why I have no choice but to trust what I say. That's why I'm telling y'all. It says in the Bible, God said, if I put my words in your mouth, baby, you can't even lie. You have no choice. But he said, let me tell y'all something. This is how serious this is. Whoo! Let me tell y'all something. See, these people that God has been watching through my eyes. See, He's made me keep my mouth shut, and I do say a little bit here and there. But for the most part, He handles that. And I know it's interesting, coincidence. It ain't no coincidence that after it come through my eye gate, something happened to that person, whether they know me or not. Because apparently, if it's something that He wants to see and He wants to get a bird's eye view for real, like, if I see it, you literally have been put up under a microscope. Now you're under a microscope. Because the Bible said, what did Jesus say? Woo! Matthew 11:12. Y'all better go read the whole chapter. Matthew 11:12. I promise you, you will understand. The same numbers that I'm seeing. And I even have been screenshotting them and sending them to another sister. Because she's been seeing too. You see? So, this is not a game. Like, this is serious. And let me tell you, when God speaks, I put it like this. I can walk around here and I can say something like, I'll give you an example. Because I know how He works in me. That's why when I look at them, I'll be like, I don't know. But at some point, they caught my eye. Now, I may have liked them. That doesn't mean that God did. That's why, as I was so heavy into TD Fakes, when I was watching that man, he was, and listen, baby, when I tell you, God can speak through an ass. So He can speak through a homosexual. You feel me? But that man was preaching some stuff that he really, I'm not gonna lie, that man helped me. You know that term, eat the meat and spit out the bones? That's what I was doing. I was eating the meat and spitting out the bones. I didn't know nothing. I was just as dumb to all of this. And then one day, as I was reading the Bible and I was meditating on God's word, baby, He dropped it in my spirit. He dropped it in my spirit like a big old giant, a big old giant weight. He just went boom. And I just looked up from the Bible and I said, wait. And I'm by myself on the balcony reading the Bible. Literally. I stopped in my tracks and I looked up and I said, please tell me, God. I said, He gay? I jumped up. I put my Bible down. I jumped. I said, T.D. Jakes is gay, God. I said, God, he gay. He told me. And shortly after that, the man was wearing tight pants and tight sweaters. And it was over because I could see it then. And I sent him an email. I surely did. Went to his sister church too where the fornication was going on, adultery. Got that witch up in that church too. But guess what? That pastor got exposed. I don't know whatever happened, but yeah. So, hold on, y'all, because these people about to come by and they loud. All right, I'm back. I came in the house. Yeah. So, God told me that, okay? It wasn't like I wasn't searching for something. I wasn't searching for that. That's not what I was looking for. I was looking for God. I was looking for Him. And He was showing me stuff. He was downloading stuff into me, showing me my gifts, showing me who I am in Him. Like, He's like, this is how I'm using you. Now, who am I to go and listen to a human being telling me that I'm anything other than what God already told me? Who am I to go against what He said? I can't help that you don't believe me. It doesn't mean that it's not true. Zaya, oh, I'm sorry. I got her tree. She's like, can I get the tree, please? She jumped up. That was too funny. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know what was going on. All I know is that when I was delivered, I was a changed woman. Apparently God, he wanted to do something great within me. And that was it. I didn't make that decision. I called on him. I was expecting to die, but he saved me. And he saved me for a reason. And he changed my whole mindset. That's why I say people that come up against you, people that oppose you, when you know for a fact that you are speaking truth, baby, that's of the devil. Because the people that are chosen, God clearly says in his Bible that his people know him. And we are all in agreement on it. There is no opposition when it comes to him, because God is not the author of confusion. And so when I looked at Sister Celestial's videos, and I realized that her videos were literally mirroring the things that I have already known or have found out. I might have videos I think I do have videos about a lot of stuff that she's done. Excuse me. One in particular was about the stars. And she was talking about how these stars are going to be falling. And guess what? God gave me the revelation. He gave me a vision. And he put me so high up in the air that the planets look like stars. I was above the stars. I was way up. But guess what? It was a movie reel. I was going to say a freaking movie reel in the sky. It was when I tell y'all giant, I'm talking about, it was a big, listen to me. Now that I'm thinking about this, listen to this. If you can put yourself on Mars, put yourself on Mars and look at the Earth. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. It's higher than that. It's higher than Mars. It's higher. Because Mars was a star underneath. I was looking at Mars through the movie reel, looking down at the stars. And there were 7, and maybe more, highlighted, like they were brighter than all the other stars, but they were there. And I remember thinking to myself, wow, I'm so high up. I said, look at those stars. I was like, wow, I'm above the stars. I'm above the stars. Do you know how high up that is? God said, those are not stars. Those are planets. So I'm above all the planets, looking at them through a movie reel, a Hollywood movie reel. So what do y'all think is going to happen? God is watching the whole universe, dude. He had me. You got to think about this, okay? Come on now. We get ready to bring in the science, okay? Come on, let's think about this. If you are so high, ask Siri, ask Google, how high up do you have to be able to look down at the stars? And then you let me know, please put it in the chat, and I'm going to Google it because I need to know. You see what I'm saying? Because that's where he had me at. Above the stars, looking through a movie reel at the stars through the movie reel. That means he watching everything. He watching everything through my eyes. That's why I said, Marcus, you done came through my eye. And now you on God's radar. Now your heart is being judged. Every word spoken, every thought you think from now on. If you are holding any hatred in your heart for us, Marcus, guess what? God, he watching you now. Now he watching your heart, see. I was watching your actions, but God is now watching your heart. It's like when you come into my eye gate, immediately something's going to happen. I don't know why. What? I don't know. I can even attribute this to Kevin Samuels. Now, mind you, I already did the video about the woman, the other Christian woman, but it was like God speak once and then he speak again. That's it. And sometimes he speak 3 times. But guess what? He stopped after a while. And it's like, okay, I'm about to cut your grace and your mercy off. Boom, Satan, he's yours. You may have his heart. And that's when your heart becomes attacked by the devil. And you're done. I didn't look at them. I mean, what was it, a couple months? I have never heard the man. Then all of a sudden he popped up on my YouTube. I watched him and I heard that abomination and all of that filth coming out of that man's mouth against us. And something in me wanted to rise up. And I was like, oh my. And let me tell you something. It maybe 6 months, 5 months. I don't know what to say. But I tell you what. God don't play about his chosen. And the words that I was speaking in a lot of my videos, this girl, this young lady, this chosen vessel, that is a prophet. I am a prophet. You feel me? Prophets are not in the pulpit. Prophets work at Chick-fil-A. The dog just ran into the dresser. Yes, she did. Prophets work construction jobs. Prophets work at hotels and restaurants. We your everyday Joe Schmo. Prophets have pimples. Prophets have kinky hair. You see what I'm saying? This is what a prophet look like. Why would God make us beautiful and gorgeous like Beyonce so they can pillage just like they did her? Why would he do that? He hides us and he protects us. And he allows us to grow, to experience things, to get us ready for battle and for war. That's what God is doing. That's what he does with his prophets. He puts us in a position to where people would never listen to us. Yep. But as long as we do what we're supposed to be doing, guess what? We get life added onto us. You feel me? We get our joints made to feel like we still young. We get provisions. Yesterday I'm over there scooping up river rocks in buckets because it's free and I'm taking some rocks. I literally had only scooped 2 or 3 scoops and a man just stopped his truck right there and he was smiling and he said, do you want me to help you? He said, you want me to get that for you? I was like, yeah. He backed that truck up, that dually up, jumped out and went to work. He filled all my buckets up with rocks and he loaded them onto my truck. He was smiling the whole time and talking to me and he gave me some good information for veterans. Let me know if y'all want that. I'll let y'all know. But anyway, yeah. So you see what I'm saying? Like God is always watching. He's not going to let one little hair. He ain't going to let us get hurt like that. Now, if somebody come for us, that's why I told y'all, you be careful. You be very careful who you mess with. Because you don't know. You don't know the power that they have. And sometimes it's like in the movies. Like the superpower don't come out until you in a position where it has no choice but to come out. And then you see it. You see what I'm saying? So you can make your little opposing comments and things like that. I mean, like I said, I welcome it because I don't have no issues with it. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, my job is not to argue with you. My job is to share the message. And those who have ears to hear will hear the message. If it's not for you, it's not for you. I don't know what to tell you. If you're not a chosen vessel, you'll never understand what we're going through. If you're not a prophet, you won't understand. The things that we tell you you won't comprehend. That's why Jesus spoke in parables. And his disciples said, Jesus, why are you speaking in parables to the people? He said, because the word is for y'all, it's not for them. He said, I speak in parables to them because the words that I speak is not for them. He said, the words that I speak is for my disciples. And my disciples understand what I say. You see? So I'm as far as the Bible is concerned, I'm right here. I'm running it. And my life reflects that. You feel me? I'm not a Marcus. I'm not a Marcus at all. That's why I believe the strongest prophets are females, because see, we have a lot of restraint. Men, y'all don't have no, y'all get lonely too fast. And the next thing you know, you married and having babies. Like, and that's a distraction. I give God 100%. That's why I stay single. Because I want to give him 100% of me. He's given me more than any man could ever give me. Any man has ever given me. And I thank him for that. Every day. Every day. Like, y'all don't understand. So, y'all, this dog is crazy. We the prophets, the ones that are watching. Somebody asked on my page, who's watching? What do you mean somebody's watching? Who's watching? The prophets are watching. Because see, the content that these guys are putting out is not for everybody. So everybody not watching Marcus. Everybody's not watching Too Stronger. Everybody's not watching Pearson. Everybody's not watching these people. Everybody's not watching Celestial. Everybody's not watching the Spiritual Whistleblower and a lot of other ones. These people put out specific content, and specific people watch that content. There's not a lot of people that watch Christian content, like watch true prophecy. That y'all call us crazy. Y'all call us crazy. That's what y'all do. Yep. That's the word. Y'all call us crazy. And it's far from the truth. We speaking something that you can't understand. And because you can't understand it, the only thing you can do is kick it out and say it's crazy. Because you have no response for it. Because you can't comprehend. But the prophets, the true prophets, know what's going on. That's why I knew exactly what that girl was saying. That's why I made that. That's why I told y'all about the dream with them stars. Because on her video, she talked about them fallen angels. And I dreamed about it. And baby, let me tell you something. I'm out of the solar system. I'm completely out of the solar system. God has taken me all the way. See, you talking about astral projection? You don't need no astral projection, baby. No. You trying to do what God has chosen us to do. That's what you're doing. You trying to manufacture a projection, which is witchcraft, into somebody's place of residence or wherever you're trying to be, and you're trying to pollute people in their, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. No. God took me to England, to Britain, or wherever the Queen sits. And I ran and got on that throne. You feel me? I was screaming and hollering at those people that this was our land and that it was ours. We needed to take it back. Baby, when I tell you something, dreams come true. They do. Your dreams usually manifest. And see, I know what you're saying. I already know what you're thinking. Come on, man. No, I ain't. God just used me to release something in that country. That's what he did. Because why else would I be in that country on the royal throne? While the people walking around like they didn't know what to do. The queen was dead. They didn't know what to do. God shot me over there in my dreams. I was sitting, I'm looking at these people just walking around looking for the queen and the king. They looking for them. They just looking and looking and looking. They can't find the royals. I look around, I said, y'all. I ran and jumped onto the throne and started screaming and hollering that this land was ours. I said, this is our land, y'all, and we need to take it back. I said, don't y'all hear me? I'm screaming and hollering at the people in my dreams. Mind you, just because you don't believe it doesn't mean it's not true. God uses us to do his work on this earth. Come on now. He uses us to do his work. And he uses it, he goes into our dreams to do it. Let me tell you something. I was looking at my eyes in my dream, in my vision. Dreams and visions are the same, they're interchangeable. I'm outside of my body looking at me. I'm looking at my eyes. All of a sudden, I'm zoomed like a microscope, like whoop, and I'm so small. Now, how small do you have to be to get inside of the iris of a pupil? How small? Tell me how small you got to be to get into the iris of a pupil. And that's where I was. I literally zoomed into the iris of my right eye. And when I was, and I'm looking into my cornea. I'm looking in my cornea, not the iris, but the cornea. I'm looking into the cornea, and all I could see was mountains. As far as I could see, y'all, mountains. Mountains upon mountains upon mountains upon mountains upon mountains. But guess what? The mountains, God said, look again. I looked again and zoomed in even smaller. Guess what? The mountains were made of pomegranate seeds. Now, that is a symbolic dream that I do not, still today, have not been able to truly figure the interpretation out, because it's probably not for me to interpret. It was probably something that God was saying, he was putting inside of me, letting me know, like, I'm judging this whole land is going to be released through your eyes. That's what I felt like. So I don't worry about trying to have credentials. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't worry about likes. What I need to worry about is letting y'all know that if you're not saved, and if you want to be saved, then you can be saved. And all you have to do is give yourself to Jesus Christ. You have to believe in him and believe that he died for your sins and believe that he rose again. Okay? And you accept him into your heart. You accept him into your life. You accept him into your problems. You accept him into anything that you have going on, divorce, whatever it is, poverty. You accept him. You accept him, and then you call on him. And you ask him to come. And he will. Dogs. Let me tell y'all something. The Holy Spirit, he be knowing. My dog been outside. I got these neighbors that got these vicious dogs. And my little girl, she would have ran right up on them dogs. And she's in the house. I'm so glad I left her in the house, because I was not paying attention at all. But anyway, they come out like that. That's what happens when you start talking. They get stirred up. It don't just stay around you. It's all in the air. This our aura is all throughout the air. It's like molecules, like bubbles just floating around, dropping. And people just, they get stirred up, and it's like I gotta move. For some reason, I'm just gonna go that way. And that's how they do us. Like we got a pheromone on us. They find us. But anyway, yeah. So sorry, my son. Anyway, yeah. So prophets are not in the pulpit. I'm just gonna say that we don't belong in the pulpit. We don't. What prophets are you? And let me tell you something, prophets, this is for the prophets only, okay? I've talked to riders in my car that have told me their experiences at church, and I had to sit there and God laid it on me. He says, because she's a prophet. He said, they know she's a prophet. That's why they're going to handle her when she goes to that church, because she doesn't know she's a prophet. And I told her she was. And no, I didn't get her information, but that's how you know. Because when you go into that church and they realize that you got gifts and talents, let me tell you something. I got so many talents, baby. I ain't gonna never go hungry. It's so many, at least 20. Whoa, so many. Like, that's what God, that's what a prophet gets. And that sustains us through this life. We don't desire to be rich. I don't desire to be rich. I don't think most prophets desire for that. That's why, Marcus, I'm wondering, like, why are you doing this? Are you doing this so you can feed your family? Because you do have a lot of kids. So I can understand that, but not with fakes, not with snakes. No, you don't mess with snakes. Snakes got worms. You don't want worms. So, yeah, that's why you're going to see people like me, regular old people are going to start coming up here talking about this, because it's going to grieve our spirit. And that's what Marcus did. When I saw that apology, he grieved my spirit. The spirit was grieved. And immediately God was like, get up and get it right now. And that's what I did. I don't do this with everybody, but with that, oh yeah, he had to get it. I had to let him have it. So it's all good though, because God got it. I ain't got to do nothing. Listen, I've done it. Once it came through my eyes, it's a wrap. Because I don't dwell on stuff like that. I don't dwell on it. But if it keep coming in my, like, I watch something and it'll trigger me. If my spirit say this and this and wisdom is talking, I might do a video. It's just what it is. But other than that, nah. I hate that string. But anyway, this is your girl, the Watchman. Please share my content if you like it. And please hit the like button. Like I told y'all before, that those requests for likes and shares and subscriptions are the things that the algorithm recognize, just like anything else. It's just like if you are clicking, let's say you make a phone call and you have to push buttons to get to a destination. The same thing with us. We need y'all to push those buttons so that we can get to a destination. The word has got to be spread, and the only way we can spread it is to use what the devil created for bad. We got to use it for good. So now we're going to use his platform to what? Share. We're going to share it and share it and share it. Is that right? All right. Now y'all be good. Y'all have a wonderful night. I love you. This your girl, the Watchman, once again. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all stay blessed. Bye.